Hello and welcome to Tech Sherpa Show episode 60. Today is Thursday, January 29th. My name is Karen Kelly.
And I'm Jake. And we want to remind everyone, if there's questions that aren't addressed in today's show, you can go to techsherpas.org and we'll answer them next show if we can.
Thanks for your questions. You can find previous shows at archives.techsherpas.org.
All right, guys. This week we're going to talk about Google Books.
Now, we got a question from Elizabeth, and the question was based on the idea of a standard that we have in our district called 25 books. And what that stands for is you have to read, as a student, 25 books in a year, and they have to be a different quantity, quality, range, and depth. What that means is you can't read 25 of the same kind of books and call it good. You have to read different authors, different genres, and so forth. So we use Google Books in the district to kind of keep track of that, and we're just going to show the process of how we do that. Let's do a little screen share here. Oops. So where do we start, Jake?
All right. So you get on to your Google account, and you could go right up here to let me just get this stretched out. Go to books.google.com, and you'd see this screen, and you'd click My Library. And this is going to bring up a bunch of different bookshelves.
Now, do I have to own all these books?
No, you don't. You can have, even if you don't own a book, you can add it to a bookshelf. So what we'll do to set up a new shelf is click New Shelf over on the left-hand side, and we're going to name this one Tech Sherpa Books. You can add a description, say 25 book log. You can either make it private or you can have it public. We're going to keep it public for the sake of this show.
And we'll need public to be able to share with the teacher, right?
Yes. So create bookshelf, and you see down here we have the Tech Sherpa Books. So now, if you looked up, say, Hunger Games, you would get all these different listings. And say, we'll just pick this first one. And we'll hit next.
So this is showing us where it's searched for the word Hunger Games, right?
Yep. It'll show you all the books, and then
so even though I haven't bought this book, I can still see a little bit within it.
Yep.
And I can also add it to my library.
There's a few pages that it shows. Oh, you can see over here on the right-hand side, it shows you the pages you can view, and it shows you any time that they
So this is, in effect, giving you a searchable database of every book that you've read.
Every book ever.
Right.
Ever
Very
made.
cool.
And to add it to your library, you would go up here to add to my library, and you can select Tech Sherpa Books. We have a bunch of different bookshelves here, but we'll do Tech Sherpa Books. And I'll add it to the bookshelf. So now if you go over here to my library, you can see where it's here, and it takes you back. And then we can go to Tech Sherpa Books, and it's right here. So even if you haven't purchased it or you don't really know much about it, you can add it to your bookshelf.
So if I'm a teacher and I want to collect this list of all these books that my students have been reading, say this year, this bookshelf, so grade 7 or 12 or whatever it is, what we've done is we've created a Google form / spreadsheet where the student would just basically click on this and copy the link to their bookshelf here. Again, this is public, so people could see it. They just use a regular Google spreadsheet like you've seen before. We'll click on create a new form. Here's our form. So the student would come through and put in their homeroom and put their name in. And then just link to that, direct link, copy and paste the link to that bookshelf right there. And that would look something like this to the teacher. They'd see a list of all their students' names. They could just click on one of these and pull it right directly to the bookshelf. And actually is in the show notes. If you want a copy of that, you can have your own copy of that. Now, what if I find a book that is actually copyright free, say, I didn't buy it necessarily, but I don't have to worry about the copyright as far as, it's another book from today, a really latest book. I'll still find it, but not only that, I actually should be able to read it directly right here, right? One of the things I like about this too is it'll let you embed them. If you did want to, let's say you want to embed this book or a certain section on a website that kids could go see, you could do so. You could add that right into your own website, and the kids could go read it right here, even if they, like I said, if it's not copyrighted, so it's free basically, they can come and read it right on the site. Jump back here. There we go. And so that's pretty much how we use Google Books in our.
It's definitely a convenient and interesting system.
Very good. So we'll do our wrap up here. Thanks for everyone joining us today. We hope to see you next Tuesday. We did have to go a little bit late this week because of the big snowstorm here in the Northeast.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
we
got like 2 feet of snow.
Yes. Well, it happens, right?
It definitely in Maine.
Living in Maine. Go ahead.
And don't forget to submit any questions that you have at techsherpas.org, and we'll see you next time.